Been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Been gone for a year, only know like once. Life moves fast when you do what you want.
Hey everyone, it's Shania and today is day 2 of my 30-day vlog challenge. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a Q&A. For context, I uploaded a question poll on Instagram allowing my followers/supporters to ask me questions, and in this video, I will be answering those questions. There are 2 things I want you to note. One is that if I did not answer your question, it's either because I felt it as though it was an invasion of privacy. 1, it was either inappropriate. 2, or 3, it's just not something that I didn't consider the question, it was more so a statement. And then the second thing I want you to know is that I have the questions right here on my iPad, my little handy dandy iPad. And if you see me looking down, that is where I'll be reading the questions from. So the first question is, who is your crush? I currently don't have a crush, nor do I like anyone at the moment. More so just focused on my business, my content, and everything me. Question number 2, what is one emotional/spiritual lesson you think is important? So I have 2 separate responses for this question that will address both aspects, which is the spiritual and emotional. So to start off, I'll be addressing the spiritual aspect of the question first. One spiritual lesson I think is important is that everything is temporary. Nothing on this earth is infinite. The only thing that is infinite with no beginning and end is God. So for context, our time on this earth is finite. Our family and friends time on this earth, as sad as it may appear, is finite. But then I think that's also where you can find the beauty in it, is by acknowledging that it's more important to take advantage of the present day instead of procrastinating and putting things off to a day that might not even arrive for you, or you might not even exist in. Oh, I'm going to do it tomorrow, but you've been saying that for the last 30 tomorrows. When are you going to do it? You have to do it now. So I think once we acknowledge that everything is temporary and stop living in this myth that every day is just promised and there's always going to be a tomorrow awaiting us, that's when we can acknowledge and cherish the people in our lives and acknowledge how important it is to take advantage of the present moment. All right, moving on to the second aspect of the question, which is one emotional lesson I think is important. For the emotional aspect, I think it's important to know that it is okay to be sad, mad, disgusted, feel resentment, or experience any emotion that I believe our society has associated with a negative connotation. Instead of trying to make somebody instantly happy, allow people to experience those emotions. Those emotions are temporary. What I believe is not okay to do, from my opinion, is not okay to soak in those emotions or continue to operate at that emotional mental state, because you're going to inadvertently hurt somebody or even yourself by doing that. But it is okay to experience those emotions. You don't have to instantly try to make yourself happy when you feel sad. It's okay to be sad. There's nothing wrong with that. Just don't soak in it. Allow it to just pass by. It's just a visitor. If the emotion is just a visitor, guys. That's my spiritual and emotional lesson I think is important. Thank you so much for asking that question. I actually really enjoyed answering that. And I hope that I did answer it in a way that conveyed something to you that you probably haven't heard, or maybe gave you a different perspective. Moving on to the next question. Question number 3, most controversial opinion. You do not need college to be successful. You don't. I really don't believe that. That's my most controversial opinion. You can be successful without college because there's proof in the pudding. There's a lot of people out here that are examples of success without college. So it's not something that's a requirement. I feel as though, from my understanding of society's perception of college, is like, oh, if you don't go to college, and you're not gonna be great, or you're not gonna be successful. Mind you, I want y'all to keep in mind, success looks different on everybody. So what you envision as success for one person is probably not what they envision as success. And let's say they achieve the vision of success you have for them. Let's say whether it be a parent, a friend, or even a spectator. They're not gonna feel fulfilled because that's not the success that they have in their mind. So you do not need college to be successful. So if you envision college as a form of success for them, and that's not what they envision for themselves, are they really successful? Because it's not fulfilling them. Success is something that fulfills the individual, not you. Question number 4, where do you get your clothes from? I get my clothes from Fashion Nova, Shein, DD's, and Ross for the most part. Question number 5, what is my favorite clothing brand? I currently do not have one at the moment. Question number 6, sweetheart, I'm gonna need you to clarify this for me because I really want to answer the question, and I love that you put the little cute emojis on there. But it states, what's your March favorite? If someone knows what they were intending to ask or could convey it to me in a way that I understand, then I would gladly answer that question. But thank you so much. And if you're watching this video, please let me know what you meant so I can answer. Question number 7. My best friend is being so crappy. What should I do? I don't want to leave him. Now, first, I want you to think about, this is my suggestion to you. Think about what exactly he has done that has made you feel like he's being crappy. Was it something he said verbally? Was it something he had done physically? Is it a combination of both? Is it something else? Once you have that in your mind and you know exactly what it is, please go to your best friend and communicate that to him. Say, hey, I feel like what you're doing is, try to address him. And if y'all talk like that, then if y'all feel like that's your best friend, then you talk to them respectfully. Say, hey, I feel like what you're doing is not cool, or you're not being the bestest friend that you could have been, or maybe that he has been in the past. Now, it's going to go either probably one of 4 ways that come to the top of my head. There could be more, but these are the 4 ways. So the first one is he takes accountability and he changes his actions. That's good. That's great. That's your best friend. That's the solution to the issue. And he apologizes if you need to hear an apology. That's cool. Second one, he takes accountability, doesn't change this. Now then, I would leave, but you already said you don't want to leave, so whatever you do is really up to you. But me personally, I just don't waste time with people. Like, I'm gonna go. The third one is he takes accountability. He doesn't take accountability and he doesn't change. I'm gone. That's me though. If you want to stay, or maybe, you have to stick around a little bit so he could show you, keep giving you more reasons to get out, then yeah. And then the fourth thing is maybe he gives you a different perspective. Maybe what you perceived of as him being crappy was just maybe like a misunderstanding or something. Then that's cool. Then that's up to you, like if it's a good or bad. But yeah, it could go many other ways, but those are the 4 that come to mind. But if you don't want to leave them, then it's all you. Question number 8, I believe. Love life. Non-existent. Not even worried about that right now. Just worried about chasing my goals, dreams, and aspirations. That's all I'm on right now. That's the love of my life. It's those things. Dreams, goals, aspirations. Number 9, and I have received this question quite a lot, is how old am I? I am 19. Number 10, what inspired your fashion sense? Now, nothing specific comes to mind, but if I had to break it down into maybe 3 things, I would say the media I consume for the most part, my own originality ideas that I've derived in being around my family and friends. Of course, the people around you will influence your fashion sense sometimes. That's okay. Number 11 is can you give advice on how to keep going and be consistent with my YouTube channel? My advice to you is to make it a habit. Incorporate it into your everyday routine and treat it as something that you do every day. Like, for example, most people take a shower every day. Treat it like that. Most people brush their teeth every day. Even when you're mad, sad, or angry, for the most part, people will do. That's one thing people do is brush their teeth and take a shower. So just treat it as something that you do every day, regardless of your emotional state or whether you feel motivated to or not. That's my advice to you, to be consistent. Question number 12, an embarrassing middle school situation. I threw up in the lunchroom in front of everybody. Question number 13, how old am I? Oh, I just answered that, but that's 19, so I'll include that in another question. But yeah, real question number 13, how do you keep your skin so smooth? I keep my skin smooth by using CeraVe moisturizer, CeraVe facial foaming cleanser to wash my face, and I also use coconut oil as a sealant for the CeraVe moisturizer, and I sometimes use glycolic acid on and off, maybe every week for the most part. Question number 14, religion. I'm not affiliated with any religion at the moment. Question number 15 is what got you into content creation? It's just something that I wanted to do. Off the top of my head, nothing really comes to mind, but it's just something that I like doing. I used to make a lot of content for Pinterest for the most part. I started there for the most part, was Pinterest and TikTok, and then I was like, okay, let me go to Instagram. Question number 16, if I'm not mistaken, is do I have a man? No, single. And question number 17 is how's your day going? It's going great. Thank you for asking. Let's see. Question 18 is do you like what you do? Yes, I enjoy making content, and it has helped me grow as a person and learn to convey my thoughts and opinions in a way that's respectful, And at the end of the day, you could be as respectful as possible and you still might offend somebody. That's just life. So, but yeah, I'm learning how to articulate my opinions and emotions more, and how to just be myself and put myself out there without feeling just basically unapologetically. And then I think question number 19, which is the final question, what piercing do you want? I would like an industrial. I'm just not sure if I have the anatomy for that, but that's one I would like. And another one that I've been thinking about is a nose piercing. All right, thank you guys for your questions. I do plan to do an updated Q&A in the future. And that's the end of day 2 of my 30-day vlog challenge. Hope you guys enjoy this content. Please like, share, and subscribe. And it's going to be peace out from your girl, Janaya.